Ladies and gentlemen, the following is another exciting episode of the Wrestling Fans Podcast, Ringside Society. In one corner, we have the greatest thing on God's green earth. No, we're not talking about money, Mary Jane, or Popeye Spinach. He is the tranquil dart of Ringside Society and Delaware's greatest American hero. It takes two to make a thing go right. He's Rob Bass, and you are not. And in the second corner, we have that ocean crossing, straight up busting, flight catching, shot glass snatching, always on the go. Catch him if you can. Said his name in Guyana. Now they love him in Japan. No cap, the worldwide star boy, Remy Blue. And our special guests tonight are some people, if you follow us on our Blog Talk platform, you'll recognize them. But for those of you that are new to this platform, our guests tonight are from the Good Girl, Bad Girl show. Everybody, welcome to the show. Joining us giving their WWE Money in the Bank predictions. Everybody, welcome to the show, Queen J and Keda Hubbard.
Woo! Hey, thank you guys for having us. Appreciate you.
Hey, no problem. Thank you for actually giving us this chance. We know that last night things didn't really go as planned. We had some technical difficulties, but hey, we got through them, and we made it happen. And here we are again. Unfortunately, this time we can't get Kathy on. Kathy, you give us a lot of problems. You give me gray hairs and a receding hairline. You gave Rob so much gray hairs and a receding hairline that he has a backwards hat on tonight. But hey, we still love you. But I wish you all the best. But yeah, he's hiding it very well. But deep down inside, yeah,
it's just thin up here, I guess.
You made him age more. But so here we are actually. But yeah, so hopefully next time you could join us. But to those of you that are watching, we do have an open chat room. If you have any predictions, if you have any thing that you think is gonna happen, like maybe let's say a Hog Dog Man is gonna come out and hit somebody with a guitar, definitely feel free to state your opinion and just keep it respectful towards each other, because it's all love here at Ringside Society. But with that being said, Red Queen Rhonda, thank you for once again joining us. We've noticed that you've been actually popping up a lot. Red Queen Rhonda, if you have Instagram, definitely feel free to DM us. We would definitely like to have you on our show real soon. But for 50 Minutes of Fandom, which is our segment where we interview fans, we'd love to hear from y'all. It doesn't matter whether you're here in the good old USA, jolly old England across the pond, or over in Japan. We want to hear you. I keep telling y'all, when I say ocean crossing, it's not cap. Like legitimately, I've crossed both of those oceans before, and I've done it several times. So if you're in the Philippines, like Judy Conda, or if you're in France, we will get to you and we will interview. But enough of that. Money in the Bank. Who's excited for Money in the Bank this year, man?
Oh yeah, I'm ready. Crowds are back.
Yeah.
Hype.
Man, I'm as hyped as Mojo Rawley when he debuted, man. I'm ready for this. Yeah. But yeah, we got 7 great matches as well. And I'm excited, man. I know we're gonna see some highlights. I know it's gonna be worth watching. And it's gonna be something. I got a feeling this is gonna be one to remember as well. But with that being said, let's go ahead and get this started. So Money in the Bank taking place in the Lone Star State of Texas. Good old Fort Worth. The Dallas-Fort Worth area. It'll be tomorrow, July 18th. And we have 7 great matches. So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and get this started right now. I'm going to go across the room. And with that being said, the first match we have is a pre-show match. It's going to be a tag team match for the WWE SmackDown Championship. It's going to be Rey Mysterio and Dominic Mysterio, the defending champions, versus the Usos, Jey Uso and Jimmy Uso, Rob Bass I gotta ask you, man. You're up first. Who you got for this match, bro?
Yeah, I can't believe they had this match on the pre-show, but you know what? I'm gonna go with the Mysterios. I think they're gonna retain the belts, and you know, they're gonna win. I don't know, man, with the Usos and Roman and all. I don't see the Usos right getting the tag belts right now with the way you know, Roman's going and stuff, man. I can't, if they win it, you know, he probably get jealous, or I don't know, man. I don't feel he would like be happy if they did. They would do something. But yeah, I think Mysterios are gonna keep win, and you know, the Usos are going, you know, Roman's gonna say something about that, but yeah, it's whatever. It's Roman.
That's cool. That's cool. I understand why you think that, you know, this. I understand like you wondering why they'd have this match on a pre-show, but I could see the business standpoint. So the pre-show, people don't look at the. I'm sure most people look at the pre-show as it's just some random match, just two people put together, and it's not worth it. I'll just, you know, this is the time I'll order my pizza or my Chinese food or whatever meal of choice I'll have for this pay-per-view, and you know, just get certain things in order. But now with them doing this, you have a reason to not only watch the pay-per-view but also the pre-show as well too. So I can see why they're doing that as well too. It's a good strategy on WWE's part. I would have done the same thing too. I'm like, y'all ain't gonna watch my pre-show? Okay, I got something for y'all too. I'll make y'all watch this. But with that being said, Keda, who do you have for this match?
I agree with Rob. I think the Mysterio is going to retain the championships, and then the next match they probably win the championships, but not on the pre-show.
All right, I can see that. Queen J, royalty in the house. Who you got for this match?
Well, I just agree with everybody else. I'm definitely going with the Mysterios. I do not see Usos getting this because, as Rob said, they got a current storyline with Roman, so Mysterio's got this.
Okay. I'm gonna be that one to say the Usos. The Usos gonna take this. Like they're determined to show Roman, you know, that they're worthy to be together. That they're worthy of being around him. So I think they're gonna take this as well too. I think they're gonna take it this time, and it'll be all three members will have championship title belts. I only wish that their younger brother Sefa, because there's another Fatu, another Uso that wrestles on the Indies, and I really wish he would have been here because then he would have taken that US title or the IC title, and then it definitely would have been a stable there. But I don't know, maybe they'll think of something for that, because I always say the best stable is the one that has all the gold on the brand.
You have Tamina and Nia Jax.
Yeah, actually, I can see where you're going with that. Yeah,
I was very sarcastic, but yeah.
Hey, I can tell you right now, if they were to put them together,
they can. Yeah.
Sorry for that tag. I'm sorry for whatever tag team. And Eddie Rubiak. I apologize if I'm getting your name wrong, but Roman versus Edge. Spoiler: Roman versus Edge. Well, let me put this up here. Roman versus Edge, and having Rollins interrupt and help Roman win to have Edge versus Rollins. Yeah, that might be a good thing. Personally, Eddie, if you're still listening, I don't want Roman to lose. I want him to hold it until Survivor Series. I want Lashley to hold it until Survivor Series. You know what? Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna say it. I want Roman and Lashley to retain, and then at Survivor Series, I want them to clash, because then you'll have Roman Reigns and Paul Heyman and Bobby Lashley. We lost Queen J. Queen J, come back. We miss you. Oh, wait.
She said she got to switch devices. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, she's back. Okay. All right, let me get her in there. So, Yeah, because then you got Paul Heyman and Roman Reigns, and then you got MVP and Bobby Lashley. And could you imagine Paul Heyman and MVP? MVP is great on the mic. I've always said he was the champion that should have been. But could you imagine MVP and Paul Heyman going at it on the mic? That would be something. That would definitely be something. I'm looking forward to that. I want that to happen. Okay, so the next match we have is the Money in the Bank ladder match for a World Championship match contract, and it's going to be the competitors are Ricochet, John Morrison, Riddle, Drew McIntyre, Big E, Kevin Owens, King Nakamura, and Seth Rollins. This is going to be one of them. Rob, who you got for this one, man?
All right, this one, I'm going with my boy Big E, man. I like the kind of Big E jib or whatever, you know, what he does and stuff. He's hilarious on the mic. I like his in-ring work, and I'm ready to see him get that belt. And whoever's champ, you know, I hope it's like, you know, Lashley or Roman, whoever it is. It's going to be two big men in that ring bumping me. That's what they're going to do. It's all about work rate 5-star matches. No, they're going to go in there bumping me. That's what I'm ready for. So I got Big E on this one.
Oh,
Seth
man.
Rollins a backup. If it's not him, I'll go with Seth. He'd be my backup.
All right. Keda, how about you? Who you got?
So I'm agreeing with Rob with Big E. He's my number one. But I got Nakamura and Ricochet. I wanted to be different. Because I was going to pick Seth Rollins. I think he will win. But I wanted to be different and go with a fresh group of individuals.
So you trying to get Rick Boogs jump, because if it's King Nakamura, and I can see it happening, if King Nakamura wins that title, if he wins that contract, Rick Boogs is gonna come out and play his air guitar, and I got a feeling that Uso is gonna super kick that man right in the middle of his. I got a feeling it's gonna happen. You trying to set that man up? You wrong for that. Queen J, who you got there?
Okay, so my top pick is definitely Big E. I do think that he needs to win this since New Day is on different shows. So that is definitely my top pick. But if he does not win, I'd also choose Shinsuke Nakamura. And I think my other person was Seth.
All right. Honestly speaking, I think that Seth Rollins is going to end up winning, and the reason why is he's been on a roll. The feud with him and Cesaro is sadly over. I think they should have pushed Cesaro a bit more, but I guess they know what they're doing. So at this point, it's no use complaining about who they want to push, because they're going to push whoever. And this is why I watch multiple promotions. But I think Seth Rollins is going to win. I got a gut feeling. Who do I want to win? Big E. I'd love to see Big E win. But who do I think is going to win? Seth Rollins. The only question is he going to be crazy enough to cash in on Roman and mess with Roman? Because Roman has the Usos, and the Usos are motivated times 10. Seth Rollins is a lone wolf out there. There's no Austin Theory, no Buddy Murphy, no AOP unless AOP signed a secret deal, and you see them jump out of nowhere and beat up the Usos. Then okay, now we got a beef going on, you know. But it'll be interesting to see if Seth Rollins is going to cash in on Roman. I think that's what's going to happen. But yeah. I got a gut feeling Seth Rollins is going to take this. I want Big E to win. Or heck, I wouldn't mind seeing Nakamura win either. I mean, King of the Ring, King Nakamura with the Money in the Bank title shot. Why not? You know?
Yeah.
But you know who I also wouldn't mind seeing winning? You know who I would definitely be like, yes, and I'd be screaming and
not Drew McIntyre. Not Drew
No.
McIntyre.
No. The so-called Marty Jannetty of the tag team, John Morrison. I would love to see. I would not complain if that happened. I would not be mad because then that'll be crazy. And the thing you have to wonder is, I've always questioned the Miz and Morrison's dynamic now these days because a couple of months ago, I said that Miz and Morrison, when they came back, they held the tag team titles for a month or two. They had the dirt sheet for a month or two. But now, once they lost those tag team titles, it was all about the Miz. John Morrison became the sidekick once again of the Miz. And all of us here, I'm sure, have seen John Morrison on his time away from WWE. The man was a badass. The man won titles in promotions that I know for a fact the Miz could not win. Lucha Underground and AAA. He made that happen. And now he's back to being a sidekick-like character. And I really and truly do not like that. So I would not be mad if he won, but not because now you gotta watch and see how the Miz is gonna act. Is the Miz gonna have the same gusto as a friend that John Morrison had for him last year when he or earlier this year when he won the Money in the Bank match? That's the question. So I would not mind seeing that. What about I would not mind seeing that.
That's different.
Yeah. Yep. I mean, this could go any way. I mean, you got Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens could win it. I mean, he was a former champion.
Yeah.
That'd be interesting. Matt Riddle, bro. Coming down with the suitcase. Randy Orton might feel a kind of way though. Ricochet. I can't really see, but who knows? It's interesting. So
It totally is.
the next match we have is okay, we got something from Eddie. Roman is not losing to okay, all right, yeah. And one more thing. Bobby Lashley is not losing against Kofi. He will either face Goldberg or Lesnar. So, Eddie, you are a great mind. I don't mind Goldberg coming back because now we're gonna see if he can have that same magic against Bobby Lashley. Because this is not Brock Lesnar. This is not The Fiend. And remember, for those of you thinking, oh, not Goldberg again. Goldberg hasn't exactly beaten everybody when he came back. When he had those, remember, there was Drew McIntyre that beat him too. So
right, but he shouldn't be in the title picture. That's why I'm saying, why is he? He don't need to be in the title picture. I mean, but we don't know what's gonna happen with Goldberg, so we just have to wait and see.
Right.
Maybe he's there to put over Bobby Lashley.
Yeah, but you got young talent. Don't ask me who the name because I don't watch Raw. But you got young talent to like. I don't know. I just feel some type of way about Goldberg or Brock Lesnar. Like, I just don't want to see them against Bobby Lashley.
I wouldn't mind Brock Lesnar versus Bobby Lashley. I wouldn't mind that. As a matter of fact, that would be a good. So think about this, Keda, right? Let's play chess, not checkers, right? Let's play chess.
Okay.
Brock Lesnar comes back, right?
Okay.
Part-timer Brock Lesnar comes back, right? As people call him, part-timer Brock Lesnar. He comes back.
With the ponytail.
Circa October. Paul Heyman is back in Brock Lesnar's corner. He fights Bobby Lashley. Paul Heyman is under the guise, well, hey, I have a Heyman guy on SmackDown. I have a Heyman guy on Raw. This is going to be interesting. Brock Lesnar fights Bobby Lashley. He beats Brock Lesnar. Now, that's going to build up for Survivor Series because you always have the SmackDown champion versus the Raw champion. So now he beat one Heyman guy. Now he has to face another Heyman guy in Roman Reigns. Paul Heyman is going to be wondering, oh, gee, he beat Brock Lesnar. What about Roman? There could be
Yeah, I
something.
like that. I like that.
Or Brock Lesnar wins. Yeah, everybody's gonna be mad and punch in the air and upset, and people are gonna look like the either angry Miz girl or shocked Brock Lesnar guy. But guess what? Now for Survivor Series, you have Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns, Heyman guy versus Heyman guy.
But you're thinking from a logical standpoint. You know how WWE goes. SmackDown, sure. Raw, no. It's like you have good points. I think it would be interesting me like thinking like how you just said the whole storyline. If Brock Lesnar was the champion and Bobby Lashley beat him, I might be intrigued by that by passing the torch to him. I like that idea. I like your idea with the Paul Heyman guy 1 and 2. I just don't see WWE going that way.
Well, they should, because then people will definitely
they
sit
should,
down and watch.
But you know how WWE logic is. So we watch their shows.
If I were in whatever Survivor Series, if I were in whatever city Survivor Series is in, I would definitely pay to see that. Which side will Paul Heyman be on? This is like Sensational Sherry back at Royal Rumble '93. Would she choose Marty or would she choose Shawn?
Right.
Marty or Shawn? Paul Heyman, Survivor Series 2021. Brock Lesnar or Roman Reigns? Which one? They could make it work if fans are open-minded to it. If WWE is open-minded to it, it'll be interesting. Queen J, you've been silent. What about you? What do you think about that?
First of all, I don't really care to see Goldberg. I also do not think that when I saw somebody tweet this about something about Goldberg this week, and I was like, why? Like the last matches he had, like the last I think 1 or 2 was terrible. So do not put this man in no freaking title picture. And as far as Brock Lesnar, I have been saying, I do think he's gonna come back, but I say he's coming back SummerSlam. That's just my thought. I could be wrong, but I do feel like he's come back. But see, I want him to come back and have a feud with Roman and Paul Heyman. What I want them to do is, do it like this. Paul Heyman, he got Roman now. So do it as a betrayal storyline or something like that. That's just my thoughts. Not saying he's going to do it. But I do feel like Roman and Brock need to have a feud because of Paul Heyman. Now he has somebody new that's being a Paul Heyman guy or whatever they call it. So.
All right. Awesome. Yeah, that'd be interesting. So the next match we have is the Money in the Bank ladder match for a women's championship match contract. The competitors are Asuka versus Naomi versus Alexa Bliss versus Nikki Ash versus Liv Morgan versus Zelina Vega versus Natalya and Tamina, who are the current WWE women's tag team champions. Rob, who you got for this one, man?
All right, for this one, I'm gonna go with Liv Morgan for this one because man, she's been on a roll lately. She was politicking, campaigning, getting to this match, and last night, if you didn't hear the crowd in Texas when she came out and was talking, they absolutely loved her and stuff. I was like, all right. So I think they might give it to Liv, see what she can do. She got a year to do it, but I think they can. If it's not her, freaky Alexa Bliss is going to get it. She's probably going to like bleed some black blood and come out with like some thing like Jesus on his head, that thorn thing on, man, scaring people. But yeah, I'm going to go with Liv Morgan.
Rob, are you trying to give me sleepless nights again? Come on, bro.
No. That's what Alexa Bliss did on WrestleMania, man. When she came out bleeding that black blood, and like, I was confused.
You just gave me some bad some bad visions right there, man. Like,
Yeah.
geez, I haven't had sleepless nights since Tales from the Hood. And now you're gonna do this? Geez, Robert. Gosh. Anyways, Keda, who you got, man?
I'm picking. See, me and Rob are on the same page tonight for some reason. Or today, sorry. So I'm picking Liv Morgan. She's my number one pick. But my other two, I always have backup. Trifecta, I call it. So I'm picking Naomi. Just because, she's been through a lot. And why not give it to her? Maybe she could join the Usos and Roman versus Nia Jax or Tamina. So you could go that route. And she could have a mean streak, basically play off from what happened on social media and put it on TV. So they could do that with her. And my last pick would be to be announced. Me and Jaleesa talked about this on the Bagger Good Girl show. Whoever it is, I'm picking them. I don't know. I thought it might have been Bailey, like a swerve or something. Like this whole surgery was a jinx or whatever. She just trying to, do something else, get the money in the bank before she can cash on Bianca. But if it's not her, it might be Becky. Whoever coming at to be announced, I think they will win. So those are my 3 picks.
There's a to be announced competitor?
Yeah. When we looked at the card.
Because I have the card here, and it's Asuka, Naomi, Alexa Bliss, Nikki Ash. That's 4. From
I think that's what they put Tamina on last night. It was TBA, and then they added her last night.
Never mind. Okay.
I think that's what happened. Because I remember it was TBA too. Because I was like, oh, Becky might come back.
Right, that's what I thought. Okay. Let's see. Alexa Bliss then. She'd be my 3rd pick.
Okay. All right. That'd be interesting. Man. She can't. Who's the Raw champion? Oh man, that'd be something. Queen J, who you got?
All right, so of course I'm going to also choose Liv Morgan. I think she needs this, but I do have to say that if she does not win, my next pick is going to be Naomi. And as I was discussing with Keda on our show the other day, I feel like because of everything that's going on with Naomi, with the whole Jimmy Uso situation, I feel like she needs to go heel. And if she does win tomorrow at Money in the Bank, go heel and get the championship. I could see them using, all the frustration. I could see Vince say, you know what, we're going to put you in a storyline like this. That's just my thoughts. So but she's my second pick. My last pick, I actually said Nikki Cross. I love the whole what is she? Superwoman, whatever she is, the whole new gimmick that she got. So it'd be interesting to see her win too. But my top pick, yes, is Liv Morgan.
Wow, Naomi. I would love to see. It would be interesting to see a Naomi versus Bianca Belair feud.
Yeah. Yes.
That would definitely be something. The athleticism would be top notch.
Right.
And, I always mention this. There was a part of that Royal Rumble where both of them were fighting. And I saw, people may see it as something, whatever. I saw it as 2, black women, they were fighting at first, realized they were getting nowhere. And then they helped each other get back into the match, which, eventually ended up being won by Bianca Belair. I love that moment. I loved it. It's on our Instagram. It was great. But I think what Naomi could probably do if she were to win and cash in would be to tell Bianca back in the Royal Rumble, she helped her get back in. And what did she get for it in return? Nothing but people accusing her of being responsible for people's personal downfalls and all that stuff. And she could use that of being, she can use that energy to go heel and, get to that, next level. I could see that. My pick who I think is going to win, I think it's going to be Liv Morgan. However, I would not rule out Zali. I'm going to go Liv Morgan. However, I would not rule out Zelina Vega because that'd be a great story of her being on the brink of pretty much being unemployed and then coming back and making something of herself. And I've known of Zelina Vega ever since she was Rosita in TNA, and she is a great wrestler, and she still has it. I mean, she's only what, 31? She's still pretty young. I shouldn't say that. I shouldn't say a woman's age on here. My apologies. Y'all don't kill me. But I think it wouldn't surprise me if she won. I don't see it going to Natalya or Tamina because they already have the tag team titles. Mm-hmm. Although, like I said, I wouldn't mind seeing Naomi get it. Alexa Bliss would definitely be a crazy like victory as well too. Rob, I know you, like I said, you'd probably enjoy that. You know, Rob, I'm watching you. You know, you liking some freaky stuff. Thorns and black blood going down people's. I'm watching you, bro. You kind of, and then you're watching Fierce. You just watched Fear Street before you came on the show. I'm watching you, bro. You've been hanging around.
That's probably where it was coming from, man. I was watching all that violence on there, and here it is, man. Hey, I guess it is true, man. What you watch, man, like, make it violent.
Yeah, so you chose violence and came on the show. Great.
Yeah, that's right.
You're not hanging around Kathy anymore.
Mm-hmm. It's like that.
Jeez.
So Remy, before we move on, I have a theory, real quick. So if Liv Morgan do not win, what if they go to Daniel Bryan route-ish a little bit with her? So let's say that Carmella, basically when she's coming out her entrance, she attacked Liv Morgan. She's out the match, right? So Liv Morgan, she's out. She got injured by Carmella in the Monday Bank. Let's say she win or whatever, whoever wins. But like they can build up a story, especially on SmackDown, of like let's get justice for Liv Morgan. Keep building it up till she get a title shot. They could go that route if she doesn't win the Money in the Bank.
Yeah, that's a good one too. I've always been wanting a Carmella and Liv Morgan feud if they couldn't do a tag team. And it's funny because when they first started out, they both had a similar gimmick. Like they were both wearing the urban streetwear. Yeah, they were both wearing the urban streetwear, and I'm like, yeah, WWE could put these two together if they're cool with each other, and they got like a fresh new tag team. You know, you got these you got these girls that are Italian. I think both Morgan's Italian, Carmella's Italian, and they got an urban they I take it, I guess, from the inner city. They could go and they like urban wear. They could rock with that. That's something new. But yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing that feud. Yeah, that'd be interesting. So the next one we have here is a singles match for the WWE Championship. Bobby Lashley, he destroys everything in his path. Versus with of course MVP in his corner. Versus Kofi Kingston. I'm no longer Jamaican man, but I still give out pancakes for breakfast. With Xavier Woods, host of Up Up Down Down. If you're a video game connoisseur, check it out. Rob, who you got for this match, man?
Yeah, with this one, I got the almighty Bobby Lashley. He's gonna win this, but ever since Monday when Woods, beat him and rolled him up, I'm like, all right, now this should be the take a chance they need to give Woods like an IC run or a U.S. title run or something, man. He beat Lashley, so. But since he beat Lashley, I don't think Kofi's gonna win. I think Lashley's gonna go in there and just dominate, I don't know. It might be a good match, but yeah, Lashley's taking this one though.
Hey, you just gave me when you mentioned that, you just gave me an idea. There's a picture, somebody taking a picture of New Day all together, and you put a meme when the big bully keeps beating you up, so you get your big brother, and it had Big in the middle.
That's right.
Yeah, that's probably gonna happen too, but it's gonna happen eventually. They're gonna cross paths. So, Keda, who are you going with?
Picking a champion too. I don't think he need to lose no time soon. So Bobby Lashley.
Queen J, how about you?
Definitely Bobby Lashley. I don't see Kofi winning this. Sorry, Kofi.
I'm gonna go with Bobby Lashley as well too. Like I said, I want him to retain because I want that Survivor Series Bobby Lashley versus Roman Reigns match. I want that to happen. WWE better make it happen if they know it's good for them. But I want to see that happen, and so I'm gonna go with Bobby Lashley. Right now, the way I see this is just to show people that Kofi Kingston still has it, and he's not to be forgotten as a worthy competitor for the world title. So, this is Bobby Lashley's without a shadow of a doubt. The next match that we have is a singles match for the WWE Raw Women's Championship. Rhea Ripley, the defending champion, versus that kiss stealing, only from Andrade, wheeling, dealing, jet flying, styling up. I don't know where the rest of it goes. Daughter of a gun, the Queen, Charlotte Flair. Rob, who you got?
See, with this one, I'm going with Rhea Ripley to win this. I think she's going to beat Charlotte, and I'm going to make a prediction. I think Becky will come out and be like, what's up, Rhea? I want that belt back. You know what I mean? I never lost it. You know what I mean? Because I've been hearing, she's up there working. She's backstage, hanging out. She's been going around. So I think, fans are back. She might come up and be like, I never lost that. The man's back. So I'm going to give it to Ripley.
Okay. Keda, how about you? Who you got?
Rhea Ripley, I think she will retain to spin Rob's idea, have Becky Lynch come, Raw after Money in the Bank, to build that show up and have that same situation versus Money in the Bank. Get people to tune in and see what happens.
Cool. Queen J, who you got?
Definitely going with Rhea Ripley. Charlotte Flair does not need any more championships right now. And for the sake of one of my followers who is a big, huge Rhea Ripley fan, I will Rhea Ripley win.
Cool. Big B Dave, welcome. Feel free to give your predictions. Hey, Charles, welcome back. Charles, we still haven't gotten your message, man. Hit us up. We'll definitely make time to talk to you. We know you're in the Philippines. That doesn't stop us. We'll definitely talk to you, man. Let's make it happen. My pick for this match is going to be Rhea Ripley. Charlotte Flair doesn't need another title win. Yes, you're right, Queen J. I'm going to go with Rhea on this one. It would be interesting to see Becky. It would not surprise me if Becky Lynch comes back. But WWE is not really trying to be too predictable. I don't think they want to be too predictable. So they'd probably it wouldn't surprise me if she came back the next night. Because remember, it wasn't Money in the Bank that she left. It was the following night, the Monday Night Raw. So it would not surprise me if she came back and challenged for that title. That would be something. But in all honesty, I think once Becky Lynch comes back, I have a good feeling it's gonna be like when The Rock came back from Hollywood that one time back in 2003. 2003. It's gonna be limited because, like I said, I heard before that she was in talks to appear in some movies, and John Cena and The Rock were helping her get her feet wet in Hollywood. So, it would not surprise me if she comes back. Yes, she's gonna come back to the B, but she's also gonna resume that path she was taking to Hollywood as well too. And and there are other female superstars, man. It's time. The show must go on. So I'm gonna go with Rhea Ripley for that one. The next match we have is singles match for the WWE Universal Championship. The defending champion, the head of the table, the big dog, Roman Reigns, with Paul Heyman, versus the ultimate opportunist. You think you know him, and you're never gonna stop him, Edge. Rob, who you got, man?
With this one, You know what? I'm going against the grain. I'm picking Edge to win this one, man. I think Edge is going to go up in Roman's yard and just mark his territory. You know, I got dogs. You got dogs. You know what I'm talking about. He's just going to go over there and just lift his leg and go on all the corners and stuff, man. I don't think Edge might hold the belt for very long. He might hold it for till SmackDown or something, and Roman gets a rematch, and then gets it again. But I'm gonna go with Edge, man. I actually think this will be the last match, and fans are back. I think they're gonna want everybody going home happy. So Edge will win it, but he won't hold it for long.
Okay. You're right, because if Seth Rollins, I'm sorry, Keto, if Seth Rollins wins that Money in the Bank match, yeah, he might not have it for that long. Because knowing Seth, he's probably gonna want to go ahead and take and cash in. But go ahead, Keto. My bad.
No, you're fine. I was gonna say what you was gonna say. You said the exact same thing I was gonna say.
Yeah. But speaking of, but you're next. But yeah.
Okay. Roman Reigns gonna retain. I don't think he's losing the title. Maybe he'll lose the match but retain the title, but he's retaining his title.
Cool. Queen J, who you got?
Well, I'm gonna have to go with Roman Reigns. Almost forgot their names. I'm gonna have to go with Roman Reigns. I don't see Edge win this, and I'm gonna have to go. I didn't say this begin, but I'm gonna say it one more time. As oh my goodness, one of Dudley Boy, Bubba Ray, got a show on SiriusXM, and he said, and I agree, Roman will not lose until next year WrestleMania, and I see that happening. So good to see Edge, but sorry, you're not winning.
Oh, you're on mute. Or you're on mute, Remy.
Mute.
Yeah.
My bad. I'm gonna feel bad for Edge, because if Roman beats him with that spear, that's gonna be something. Edge has been using that spear for years. He was using that spear since Roman was a teenager, and now Roman comes and beats him with that move. That's gonna put a huge bump on somebody's ego, man. But like I said, Roman's gonna retain. It was nice having Edge back, but I think Roman's gonna take this. But I know that there will be an Edge versus Rollins feud, and I think that's gonna be It wouldn't surprise me if Edge does what he tries to do to Seth Rollins, what he successfully did to Mr. Kennedy several years ago, when Mr. Kennedy won the Money in the Bank match. And then he told Mr. Kennedy, nobody cares about it. He cares if you won. How about you put that up against me? And he beats Mr. Kennedy for the Money in the Bank title shot. And then he goes on to cash it and win the title. It would not surprise me if he tries that. But I don't think it's going to work this time against Seth Rollins. But yeah, Roman's definitely. I know Roman's going to retain, but it's going to be a fight. So the next not necessarily last match, because I'm just reading off, I'm actually reading this off of another website. But the next match that we have is a tag team match for the WWE Raw Tag Team Championship. It's going to be the defending champions, AJ Styles and Omos, versus the Viking Raiders, Eric and Ivar. Rob, who you got for this one, man?
You know what? I'm like, I got AJ and Omos winning this one. I think they're going to retain, and they're going to keep the belts for a while, because I don't know, but I don't know what they're going to do with them, because when I watch Raw, you hardly ever see them and stuff. They're never out there wrestling or having any tag matches, man. It's always like, one person going, AJ doing something, Omos is the big dude. But I think they're going to, retain the belts, and Viking Raiders I think they'll keep feuding with them. But AJ and Omos, they're going to win.
Okay. Keda, who you got?
Same. AJ and them, they're going to retain. It should be a good match, though. So I'm looking forward to that match. That's probably one of my matches. I think it might steal the show. like far as like a regular wrestling match, not like the ladder matches. But yeah, AJ and Omar, I think they will win.
Okay, cool. Queen J, who you got?
Definitely agree that AJ and Almost is gonna win.
Okay, all right. I'm gonna go with AJ and Almost as well. They're definitely gonna retain, but I think the Viking Raiders, one of them is gonna put Almost on his back. I gotta think you're gonna see him actually get taken down, and it's gonna cause a reaction from the crowd. It's gonna be like, oh my gosh! After how many months of him being here, somebody actually got that guy down on the ground. That's crazy. It's gonna happen, and that's gonna be the highlight of that match. But it's gonna be Almost an AJ, when it's all said and done. So that's pretty much the card. So I'm gonna go around the table and just ask: does anybody have any other predictions as to what might happen? Any surprises? Any run-ins? Who they think might return? Stuff like that.
I think since you got Tamina and Natty in the women's ladder match, I think they're going to start to explode and stuff. Or not explode, implode, and they might break up, and then it gives like Shotzi and Tegan Knox a chance to make a run at the belts or whatever. Maybe Becky comes back, but that's probably about it. I don't see too much happening.
Okay. Keda, Queen J, y'all got anything?
Maybe Vince McMahon come out again, but like, you're back. Other than that, no.
That was funny when he said that. Like, the hell y'all been?
Right. I'm like, what else did he leave? So I'm like, okay, that's what's up.
Queen J, how about you?
Keita's not gonna like me when I say this, but I just have a strong feeling that something's gonna go happen. I don't know what Eva Marie gonna do, but I just have that feeling. I don't know what she's gonna do, but something.
Oh, that's right.
She's gonna do something. I feel like she's gonna. I want to say she might interrupt that women's Money in the Bank. I don't know, but I just got a feeling something. She's gonna show up somehow, and it's gonna be interesting to hear. Are we having fans tomorrow? Like actual fans tomorrow night?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
So
they're back for good.
So if she makes an entrance, that crowd is gonna go crazy. I'm just ready. I just got a feeling.
What if she attacks somebody from the Money in the Bank and she's entered the match? Versus like Liv Morgan. What if she put her out or something? Like they could add her. She could be the Brock Lesnar, just not hit the cameraman with the ladder, of course. But she can do that, and the crowd will go bananas. I agree with Jaleesa on that. She has some type of reaction. Because people can't stand her. I'm a fan of hers, but people can't stand her.
Right.
Okay, yeah. My thing in terms of what's gonna happen is, Liv Morgan. No, not Liv Morgan. Becky Lynch is gonna come back somehow, and have something to do with the pay-per-view. I got a good feeling that's gonna happen. Other than that, I can't think of anything else that could process. And I have a good feeling that Seth Rollins is going to be more involved than just in that Money in the Bank match. I have a good feeling he's gonna mess with that Roman Reigns versus Edge match as well. But other than that, I can't think of anything else that could possibly happen. But I know it's definitely looking to be a great card as well. But with that being said, it's about that time. I gotta say, Queen Jake, Keda Hubbard, thank you very much for being on our show.
Anytime. Thanks for the invite.
Keda, hopefully we can do this again with you and Jay. Tell Jay Giles, we're not done with him yet. We're looking to have him back on.
Sure.
Prediction panels.
I will 10 minutes. I'll tell him in 10 minutes when I talk to him.
Yeah. And we got to try to get Moneymaker. I didn't even know him and Moneymaker Chris were cool like that. I'm like, y'all cool? Y'all talk to each other like that?
Yeah, like it's a connection with me, and they do a show, so it's all one big happy family.
I'm like, what? Let me find out.
So if you want Chris too, I'm talking to Chris too in 10 minutes, so I can tell them both to hit you up.
Let me find out Queen J in there too. Shoots. I'll be like, what? The money making royalty show. Starring Queen J and Moneymaker Chris.
That's a good title.
That's pretty much about it. But yeah, definitely let him let Chris know we still want to get him on it too, man. You know, we ain't done with them yet. We still trying to get him on 50 Minutes of Fandom. But with that being said, good night, Alicia. You know, shout out to our mod, our Twitch mod, Alicia the Warrior Princess. Y'all definitely make sure you go ahead and follow her on Instagram and Twitter. She's under @EndoSurvivor282. And our other mod, who's Alicia's mother, Jennifer, she's on Instagram and Twitter as well. She's on Instagram as Survivor Queen 424 and at JenLinBar1 on Twitter. So definitely follow those two impressive women as well. We just had them on the show the other night. They're really cool. But with that being said, it is time for us to shut down the show. My stomach is getting uneasy and my eyes are getting heavy. So that means it's time for a nap and a snack. Maybe not in that order, but yeah. So before we go though, Queen J and Keda, where can fans find y'all on social media if they want to, you know, talk wrestling or purchase a Good Girl, Bad Girl merch or Keda and J merch or Amazing J show merch?
No merch yet for the Bad Girl, Good Girl show. But if you go to www.kedaandjshow.com, it's a new website. We have a store for our shirts and stuff for the Keda and J show. So you guys can check it out there. And we also on you know it 1991 on Twitter. And I just follow one of your listeners too, Remy too. So I just did that for you. And Jaleesa could tell you about our Twitter page because she runs that. It's a weird Twitter thingy, but I tag her in.
Okay. So our Twitter page for Good Girl, Bad Girl show is Bad Girl Good GIR 8. I don't know why they would let me put the L on the girl, but okay. Our show link is also pinned. Also, you can find me on Twitter, 2 pages. Main page is amazing_J2698. But I also created a _wrestling is fun to connect more with wrestling fans and discuss sports and TV shows. So that page is definitely very fun to be on as well. Also, y'all can follow my personal podcast, blogtalkradio.com/QueenJ256. I've been on a 2-month break, but I will be returning. Actually, I'm going to do a 30-minute episode after I get off with y'all. But I'm actually thinking we'll be doing a big SummerSlam episode in August. So that'll be my return from my break show. So
cool. So y'all definitely make sure you follow these 2 impressive women. You know, they definitely love professional wrestling. Go ahead and check out their podcasts. I mean, still listen to our podcast because we got a lot of interesting stuff too. But
Right.
Listen to their podcast as well too. Because I always said it's always good to, you know, listen to other podcasts because people have different opinions about certain matters,
Right.
as well. You know, they may find something that we didn't find, or
Right.
we may find something that they didn't find. So it's always good to listen to different podcasts. I do it too, so trust me. You definitely won't hurt our feelings if you listen to their podcast because I do as well. But I didn't even know y'all didn't have an L at the end of the y'all Good Girl Bad Girl Twitter. Wow, I did not notice that. You definitely put the.
Say
it's like
say it one more time. What you said?
when you said it was a bad girl, good girl, and there was no L at the end. Just an 8.
Yeah,
I didn't even notice.
Yeah.
It won't let you put the L. I don't know why. I gotta go try. I just left it like that.
It's like when 2 homegirls meet, and one homegirl got a story to tell, and they be like, you saw what happened last night, and the other homegirl was like, girl.
Terrible. terrible.
Girl, yeah. Yeah. Anyways, so Rob, where you at on social media, man? If fans want to talk to you about wrestling or be on the show, or if bookers or promoters want to book you for your refereeing services, which are coming soon. Yes, you'll be seeing him in the black and whites, and he'll be refereeing matches. And then there will be the Rob Base interview coming soon to Ringside Society. Do not miss it, because you'll get to hear firsthand the tranquil dart of Ringside Society, talking about his experiences, rocking the black and white. That's not NWO. Too sweet. Where you at on social media, bro?
All right, you can find me on Twitter, Instagram, and Twitch at Rob_Base82, and then Facebook, YouTube, Rob Base.
Awesome. And if you want to find me on social media, not that I have anything cool to say, but who knows, maybe you'll get lucky one day. You can find me on Twitter under @TheRemyBlue. You can also find me on Facebook under Remy Blue. It's a picture of me at WrestleMania 28. So definitely go ahead and follow me on there. We're also on Instagram and Twitter under @Ringside Society. Follow us on there. We are also on Twitch as Ringside Society 2019. Definitely check us out on there. And we also have a Facebook group. Yep, we have to do the Facebook group thing. So if just put a Ringside Society, you can definitely find our page there. If it does not have that logo over there, it ain't us. And we're also on Teespring. We have merchandise available there. Definitely go ahead and cop a shirt, cop a face mask, cop a cup. Yes, we got coffee mugs. So if you want to look cool drinking coffee, definitely cop a Ringside Society mug. All proceeds go back to keeping the show up and running as well. So with that being said, we also check us out on YouTube. Yes, we have a YouTube page as well, where this episode is actually being streamed through right now. We have a lot of other cool episodes, like the one with Brittany Nicole and Jasmine Allure, and then there's Maddie Rinkowski, and we have a lot of other cool episodes coming soon. So definitely subscribe to our YouTube. Don't personalize it. Put it for all the videos, because trust me, you won't want to miss anything that we have. But with that being said, we here just want to thank everybody that tuned in live. We really and truly appreciate you, showing us that love. To those of you that are going to listen to us later on via YouTube or Twitch or Facebook, thank you very much in advance. And to those of you that hate us, can't stand us, and really and truly will just shut down shop and go away, well, it's been 2 years. We're not going anywhere for a while. But so with that being said, Rob Bates, one time for the mind, one time for the people. Oh, I forgot to say that part. Yeah, my bad. Too much caffeine.
You're good.
And we ain't stopping. Hey, better late than never. But Rob Bass, one time for the mind, one time for the people, one time for the wrestling culture, and one time for the Good Girl, Bad Girl show, Queen J and Keda Hubbard. And for Money in the Bank tomorrow. What type of podcast are we?
We're the Wrestling Fans Podcast.
That's right. We're the Wrestling Fans Podcast, Ringside Society. And with that being said, we will be back next week this coming week with another exciting episode with another impressive guest. But until then, y'all stay safe, stay healthy, be excellent to each other, and party on, dude. We out. Peace.
See y'all. Good night. Stay classy, Delaware. See y'all.
All right.